So with the bans and duns, Kami, call them out, man.
So, ban 1 by Cute. It's obvious. I bet it's the Akazuki.
I bet it's Akazuki.
now, we've seen both of these teams, right? And Buenos Noches, this is not the same bands.
No, they chose different bands.
The next band is the Edinburgh, which
I haven't seen that one yet.
Yes. And then the Chapayev. So that's 2 radars.
Taking 2 radars off the board.
And then the Lenin. And we saw the power of the Lenin just last game.
Interesting that they chose Lenin instead of Vladivostok. I guess what it is about Lenin that they don't. I guess all that firepower up forward. At least the Vladivostok has to expose itself a little more.
I think it's
in order for it to be ready.
I think it's definitely the firepower that it has at the bow.
Yeah. All right, seems reasonable. I'll take it. Okay, all right. Well,
I'm ready now.
Yeah, we might as well go ahead and show this game as we head over to what's the map? I gotta check the map. I should have checked. This should be Hotspot.
Hotspot.
We should be on Hotspot.
Another classic.
Make sure we're on Hotspot. This will be interesting. I don't know that we don't use this map in King of the Sea.
Nope.
And I don't know that we've used it in any other tournaments. This might be one of the only tournament games we've ever run on Hotspot.
Yeah, I mean, I remember it from like early clan battles, right? Like,
but
tournament-wise, I can't remember.
And I don't think we used to play this in Supremacy League either, because it had that originally when we started. Hotspot had that goofy split spawn, right?
Yes.
Where the team spawned in 2 positions on like diagonally opposite the cap. It was weird.
You know, thinking back, I think it was played in the last season of Supremacy.
Because by then they had changed the map.
Yes.
Yeah, you may be right.
I think it was more of this version.
Yeah.
Where
it's closer to this anyway.
I think the last season of Supremacy.
I think you're right. Because
I remember we even experimented with like Edinburghs and stuff that.
Oh man, I loved it when Edinburghs came in and we could start messing with them in in Supremacy League. All right, so.
Wow.
I'm not really shocked to see this lineup with Lenin off the board. Each team bringing a Vladivostok makes sense. We see Augur and an Amagi instead of a Tirpitz this time. Yep. Each team with a Baltimore. Ooh.
Cruiser Tago actually put down his Amagi and is actually in North Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
But looking at
double Bayard on Cuter again.
Yeah, looking at the B side, double to Cal, and they actually brought Cleveland and Baltimore.
So they did.
So
they did.
And Kid and Cossack. So definitely an interesting mix coming from the Buenos Noches side. And I'm interested to see where they send to Cleveland. We haven't seen a Cleveland.
We haven't. We have not seen that. We have not seen Cleveland today. Now, one of the quirks of Hotspot is that Hotspot does not have a tournament mode. So we have to run this map in the Clan Battles configuration, the Clan Battles cap configuration. So this is a map that teams have been playing in Clan Battles in exactly this cap configuration, just with fewer ships.
And honestly, these teams should be very experienced with Hotspot.
I would think so. I would think so. Again, not a map that we tend to play in King of the Sea, but certainly a map that they should be familiar with by now. Huh. Now I'm looking at Cute's early deployment here. We're sending the Cossack. That's Congo. Looks like he's going to go straight into the top of the sea cap. Preteen's Kid is going wide. Looks like down the 8 line, backed up by Bayard and Kutuzov, and possibly the Vladivostok. Whereas Cruiser Tago's North Carolina and Cruiser Kashima's Bayard are headed over to A.
So looking at Buenos Noches, Jaime Mendoza in his Cossack is going straight into C. He's being supported by Baltimore, Takao, the Vladivostok, and then the Kid, the Cleveland, the Takao, and Augur and his Amagi are actually headed towards B. So it's going to be very interesting to see once the like you said, that 9-line push kind of gets spotted, how Buenos Noches reacts to that, because they are sending a lot of firepower to the opposite side of the map that they may not have enough to stop that push.
I am curious to see, like, to me, looking at Cute's deployment, that 9-line group is the key to this whole thing.
So interestingly enough, Jaime Mendoza has already pinged that out. So he has radio location. So he has already he has already pointed out that, hey,
something's over there.
That something is happening, and Buenos Noches is already sending Takao out there. Okay. Now, how far he goes, probably not very far, but definitely he will be over there to hopefully put a little bit of a threat to stop.
And Cuter has held Satsuka's Vladivostok back north of C. It looked for a while like he might go over that 8 line, but they've pulled him back. He's headed straight down the 8 line now, just kind of going to hang around the northern end of the C cap. The Atago's spotted now. So they know he's over there. Looks like he's coming under fire now from the light cruisers as Ayanami smokes up in his Kutuzov. Logic's Bayard is turning back to share that smoke with him as Preteen's Kid is out in front continuing to spot.
And this right here is where a Takao can get into a lot of trouble.
Very much
because
so.
That Takao is going to have to turn out. There's no way he can sit there.
He can't sit there. He'll just absorb everything. And the Vlad comes in with a salvo and definitely lands some solid damage as well.
So Buenos Noches in this situation needs to realize that the Takao needs help, right? He is already down. What are we looking at? Over 20,000
over. Yeah, he's already below half health and continuing to fall. Preteen will lose it. Now, to his credit, he's not firing. He realizes the only chance he has is to try and break contact with this kid. But right now, Preteen is continuing to keep him lit.
What grid square is Preteen in right now?
Right now, he is in E10 reversing. He's keeping this guy lit while reversing.
Interesting. Okay, so looking at my map, he is in this square. Yeah, I don't know.
He's 9.4 kilometers from this Atago, and the Atago still is not undetected. There, they've just finally lost him.
Okay, so he's finally just gone. But I mean, he has taken a lot of damage.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean,
a lot of damage.
He's going to be out of the fight for at least 3 or 4 minutes while he pops off a couple of heals.
And so Buenos Noches has decided to move the Baltimore over and use his radar. But I feel like the Baltimore in this situation is just going to come under the same withering fire that the Takao just went through.
Possibly, but to his credit, he's staying back where he's got at least a little bit of island to cover. So, sorry guys, we had a graphics glitch a second ago, but Fem caught it, so we're back again.
So looking at what Buenos Noches has done, they've kind of said, hey, Q, you can have that 9 line. We understand that that's where you're going.
They kind of don't have a choice. They don't have enough firepower to do anything about it.
But that's kind of what they're doing, right? Is they've taken the B. But I worry that the Cleveland... See, this is where I was worried about the Cleveland. The Cleveland I worry about in this situation because where do you put the Cleveland? The Cleveland's going to the B side, but what does the Cleveland do on that side?
I don't know.
You know, and now the Baltimore's had to do the same thing that...
Yeah, to me, this is a bit of a mistake here from BN, right? They pushed both those cruisers, snuck up along that little island chain, trying to be clever, and they both just lost half their health.
So here's a better question for you. They had... Would you have positioned the Takao farther south, right? Farther south, a little farther south, so you would have to draw the DD into where the radar is around the island. Because I think the mistake that BN has made in this situation and losing all this HP is they've had to take ships and push towards Cute on that side, whereas if they would have drawn Cute towards them, it becomes a little bit different story.
I don't know, but I'm not sure exactly how, but how I would have managed that, but Preteen is doing an absolutely brilliant job of spotting for these guys, right? Like, he is exactly 9 clicks behind this Baltimore. This Baltimore cannot get away. He cannot go dark. Preteen's got him locked. So, the Baltimore, I mean, as long as they can continue to land shells on this guy, sooner or later they're going to bag him. Until, I mean, when his radar comes back up, it's not going to be enough. He's not going to be able to kill Preteen quick enough.
So, I think an issue as well that BN has not reacted quick enough to is they have the other DD. Time to Metal. He's on the 2 line right now.
That feels like that feels like it's not a really good position.
He's out on the 2 line spotting that Bayard that he doesn't. The Bayard doesn't care right there.
Bayard doesn't care.
Who's the threat to the Bayard, right?
I don't know.
But now you look at BN is making a play though. Jaime Mendoza has came out of the C cap and he is chasing Preteen. So Preteen is spotted.
Oh, I see. The Cossack now. They're trying to catch him in between because, yep, the Baltimore radar did pick him up, forced him to smoke, and now the Cossack is over there plinking away at him from his own smoke.
Yes. I like the
I like the adaptation. They needed to do something about this kid, right? This kid was absolutely crushing them just by his ability to sit up front and spot for these cruisers.
Because losing C cap, they're not going to lose it, right? Because the Vlad's in the cap.
Yeah.
So it's good that they have adapted, but now Jaime Mendoza.
That's what they did. They pushed the Vlad into the cap to hold it down while they rotated the Cossack over to the 9 line.
But now he has.
But now Jaime's got a bit of a pickle here because he's got both these light cruisers crawling up his tail,
and he has no smoke because he's already used his smoke.
Well,
now the smoke is short. The smoke recharge time is short.
British Destroyer smoke will come back very quickly in his very short duration.
And it looks like he's already gone dark.
Yes, he is. Yeah. They've lost him now.
But now here we go again. The Baltimore
is under fire again.
You know, the Baltimore is he's trying to go back to Baltimore is the way he's
he's only got 4,000 HP. There's only so much he can do.
You know, the thing I worry about as well for let's see, I'm sorry, but Anarian, he is stuck in a cap now with no support, with not much to shoot at besides an angled Vladivostok, and an angled Baltimore,
because he can't see the Bayard and the Kutuzov over on the edge of the map, can he?
And and they're gonna shoot him. Like the Kutuzov has the range.
They're just gonna farm him.
But what BN is doing as well, while we're talking about all this fighting going on, is the kid that I was talking about that we were like, what is he doing? He's almost A. He is.
They got to do something. They've got to do something to put pressure on Cute to change their deployment. But if I'm Cute, even now, all I'm focused on is just they're trading damage so much better than Buenos Noches is right now.
Yes. Tot MVM is so low that his radar is really
useless.
It's
basically useless.
He can't get anywhere now and use it. But I'm very interested to see now. So BN has taken Augur, and Augur is pushed straight up the 5 line.
Yep.
The Cleveland is sitting behind the island at A, and the kid is a couple seconds from getting on.
He has to be almost onto that cap. Right?
He is very close.
And there is nothing that Cute's going to be able to do about that. They have no radar over there. Augur's angle to the Vlad is terrible. He's just getting either full pins or sits. I can't tell, but he's not faring well in this battle with the Vladivostok.
And being Anarian was definitely taking so much damage. He had to leave the C cap, right?
Right.
He has a here comes single fire torps. They're not going to hit, but
he's continuing by reversing. All he's doing is playing into the Bayard and the Kutuzov's game. They have better angles on him the farther back he goes.
And with the DCP style, you only have so many.
Yeah, this Bayard Kutuzov pair on the 10 line have just been wreaking havoc with BN's deployment.
So looking at Augur here, I feel like his position now is so tough because he can't turn out, because if he does, he gives Vladivostok broadside.
Yep,
he can't turn in because Cruiser Otago is north of him.
Yep.
So now he's in a position in an Amagi that you don't want to be backing up, right?
Yep.
The Amagi, for all of its great guns, for all of its armor, for all of its that it has that are advantages, one thing that you don't want to be stuck doing in an Amagi is backing up.
Yep.
Because one, the majority of your guns are in the back, and your angles, yes, they're good, but
now we've been talking about Cute all this time, but Buenos Noches now has the lead.
Yes.
Right now they're not trading health very well. They are way upside down in the health department.
Yeah, they are down.
But they have a lead now on the strength of the fact that C cap went uncontested for so long, and they just took A away.
So
the interesting thing is that Cute is basically going to be able to free to just push through C and do whatever they want with any ships they find on this flank over here.
And Augur's down to 9K and on fire.
Yeah, he's got to be the first casualty of the game. There's nowhere he can hide. Yeah.
Looking now, yes, they got A, which is great. Having the cap is a consistent point gain.
Yep.
But now
you're down a battleship.
But you still have there's still a Takao on the 1 line. Like Thinker Lone is out going to challenge that Bayard, but it's like, is that really what you should be focusing on right now?
At this point, no. Like, you need that firepower somewhere else. It's a kill if you can get it. I mean, that'll feel great, but he is isolated without any support. There's only so many places he can go and be. So, I mean, that's points you need, but it's also firepower you don't have near the places where you really need it, which is the cap circles.
Well, and when you start thinking about it, Cuter's going to start slowly pushing, right? They've already started doing it. The smoke cloud's coming. They're gonna farm down the Vladivostok.
Yep.
Is the next main target, because why not? He's low health.
Mm-hmm.
He's still backing up.
Mm-hmm.
He's in an exposed position, but they're gonna start pushing towards A as well. So that Takao being out there chasing that Bayard, they're probably gonna kill him. I mean, he's down to 2,000, 1,400. He's definitely going to die.
Time to Metal's kid has left A. Congo's Cossack spotted him briefly. They got some shots into him.
Oh, Destroyer Ayanami he's down to 2,000 health. So I don't know.
Oh, goodness. Yeah, I see him.
Was that the Vladivostok? I'm guessing that was the Vladivostok.
Might even be the Baltimore.
Whatever it was.
I haven't seen. I see shells coming in from the Baltimore, but I can't see the Baltimore. He's completely invisible, but I see the shells.
He is down there at what we call CV Island.
Yeah.
Because he has no more health.
He's fishing for the Kutuzov in that smoke. He knows that Ayanami's in there.
So, Buenos Noches has actually done a good job of coming back. Now Thinker Alone in the Takao out here is still very much by himself. The kid and the Cossack are both in the middle of the map right now, trying to figure out, do they fight Congo? Who do they fight? But the Vladivostok is
Arian is going to burn out here if the North Carolina shells don't get him.
It looks like they didn't.
None of them actually landed. They were at such a long range, they all missed.
So his DCP is up again. He's actually turned around and running away.
Yeah.
But
it's not like over the long haul. There he goes. Right. He can't win.
So looking at this, I feel like Cute did the same thing kind of that they did the first game we saw them. Is they took a flank and really controlled that flank.
Owned it.
You know, and now you look at Buenos Noches they don't have any of the big punching power of a battleship.
Yeah, they're out. Their battleships are off the board now. They're trying to get Setsuka's Vladivostok off the board, but it's so many little shells. It's going to take a while.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like he's on at least one fire, but
14 minutes gone, and the teams are literally like, well, nope, somebody just died.
Yeah, the Takao that was in the middle that was shooting at Setsuka.
Okay, all right, there we go. I was gonna say, because the teams had been literally neck and neck, but then bam, now Cute's out to a 100-point lead here, and the ticket cap advantage there. So this is on BN now. They've got to make a play. There's about 70 seconds on the timer here. So time's ticking away.
So BN is definitely still looking to get that Vladivostok, but
I don't think they can get him in that position. They don't have the firepower.
I mean, even if you
Where's
get him
it going to come from?
Even if you get him on I mean, the Cleveland's not going to do it, right? The Cleveland's plinking away.
The Cleveland's trying, but he's not going to do it.
You know, so you start to look. The Baltimore's coming back, but he has no health.
Baltimore's going to get one salvo before he dies. Yeah. Now Setsuka is on fire again. He took a stern fire here.
He is also dark. Did he rep?
He is not repped. So that's interesting that he's dark. He's on fire, but they still can't spot him.
Yeah, he is dark. Well, the BN
fire just went out. So
the BN DDs are right next to each other in the middle of the map.
Yeah,
they're looks like they're gonna try to go together and push C, but there's a cruiser in there, correct? Where is Yui?
The Bayard is in there. That's logic not found.
Okay, Yui's
okay. Baltimore has been finally spotted for the first time in forever.
Yeah, he's actually an A.
But he's about to die, and when he goes, that'll be the game. There he goes.
So
we called it early. That 10-line combo was where that was their play, and it felt weird that BN they pushed into it twice.